Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be more of a chit chat. I am going to be updating you guys on how I'm feeling and what's going on so far in the pregnancy. If you didn't watch my last video, make sure you do. It was me surprising Jesus with the news. If you don't know, we are expecting. So if you're interested in seeing how I'm feeling and what's going on so far, then keep on watching. Okay, so from what I know so far, I'm about 7 weeks pregnant today. I'm actually going to have my first ultrasound this upcoming Thursday, and I'm gonna find out exactly how far along I am and get an even more accurate estimated due date. So I'm really excited about that, and I am gonna see if we're able to record for you guys so you guys can experience that with us. So right now, obviously physically, it's not really noticeable yet, it's so soon in the pregnancy, but when it comes to like symptoms and things like that, I've been feeling so nauseous lately. Like literally every single day I have thrown up, like every single day. There hasn't been one day that I haven't so far. And speaking of feeling nauseous, that was actually what kind of gave me more of a, like, it made me believe I was pregnant even more. So let's just go back a little bit. So Jesus and I, we have been trying to conceive for a while now. I would say about 5 months or so we've been trying. But the thing is, before December, we were in a long distance relationship. I was in Phoenix and he was in Tucson, and we would only see each other every payday. So we would see each other twice a month for about 2.5 days. He would come Fridays and then he would leave Sundays, like in the afternoon/evening. So it was more difficult to try to get pregnant when you're like living in a long distance relationship. You don't get to see each other as often. And we were trying, and we tried a lot, or as much as we could when we were away from, we tried as much as we could, but it just wasn't happening for us. So when we first moved together in December, we still wanted to try to have a baby. So we started looking up different methods and like different tricks that people would tell me that worked for them or that they heard worked for other people. So we were trying different methods and stuff to try to get pregnant. And if you're interested in knowing some of those methods, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll make a video literally just about methods to try to get pregnant if you're trying or you've been trying, because I definitely understand how it can be super emotional when you're trying and then you take a test and it says no, and how disappointing that can be. Because trust me, I went through that several times. And this last time, so before I moved with Jesus in December, I had a roommate. And as you know, they say that usually women's periods sync together when you're either close or you live together or you're always around each other. So I think that my period was synced with my roommate, and I used to get it around like the 16th, 17th, no later than the 18th. And then in January, I got my period in the beginning of the month. I want to say at least by the 7th of January. So to me, I thought that was a little weird. I'm like, okay, either my period is changing because right now I'm the only woman in my house that has a period. So I'm going on my own cycle now. Or maybe I'm implanting and maybe I am pregnant. So I really didn't know what to think or what to expect when I got my period in January. And I didn't want to like just assume I was pregnant, because I was disappointed a lot of times when I did assume I was pregnant, and I like felt little things, or like, you know, when you just are like, oh, maybe I can be pregnant. So when February came, by the 14th, which was Valentine's Day, I still did not have a period in the month of February. So I started to get a little bit of hope, like maybe this time it worked. But I didn't want to get too excited again, because if you get your hopes up and then it's just more disappointed, you know? So I told Jesus, I'm like, well, babe, I haven't got my period yet, but let's not get too excited. He's like, are you sure? It's been 2 weeks into February. In January, you got it on the 7th. So, you know, should we get a pregnancy test? Should we do this? Should we go to the doctor? Should we do that? And I was just like, I just wanted to wait a little bit longer because I just like was really scared to have the test say no again. So I'm like, okay, why don't we just wait like 1 more week? And if I still don't get a period, then at that point I'll be like, okay, maybe it's time to take a test. So that week passed and still no period. And one day, I believe it was like the 17th or 18th, I felt horrible that day. Like I literally felt horrible. Like I felt so nauseous. I felt so sick. My body felt overheated. Like all I wanted to do was lay in bed all day. And since we have lived together, Jesus really hasn't seen me feel sick like that. So he was really concerned. He's like, is there anything that I need? Is there anything you want me to do? Do you want to go to the emergency room? I mean, the worst they can say is that you're not pregnant, but they can tell us what's wrong with you. And I was just like, no. Because like, honestly, I didn't want someone else, like a nurse or a doctor, to be the one to tell me like, no, sorry, you're not pregnant for like the 100th time. I thought that would be a little too emotional for me. I just kind of wanted to be able to deal with that by myself. So on February 20th, which the funny thing is that's also my mom's birthday, February 20th. And so on that day, I had dropped Jesus off at work because I told him I needed the car that day. And right after I dropped him off, which was like 5:40 a.m., I went to Walmart really quick and I picked up some pregnancy tests. I did use the Clear Blue brand, and in the package I got, there was one test that shows up as the plus sign or the negative sign, and the other test showed up as pregnant or not pregnant. So I got that package, and I came home, waited a few hours, and then I decided to take the first test. And at first I wanted to do the plus and minus one because I know that one is a little bit more like tricky to see, especially if you're like way sooner in your pregnancy and like it doesn't really detect the pregnancy hormone. So I decided to take that one first, and honestly, after I peed on that stick, I literally sat there and just prayed my heart out. Like I prayed and prayed and prayed. And honestly, that's what I've been doing this whole time. Like when I woke up, I prayed about being pregnant. When I went to sleep, I prayed about being pregnant. Anytime in the day I thought about it, I prayed about it. Like honestly, I know it's all in God's timing and God has the perfect timing. And I'm so blessed to finally say this is our time. But literally, I just prayed. I prayed my heart out. And like, I looked at that test and it showed up clear, like clear. It was definitely a plus sign. I was overjoyed. I can't even explain it. Like I was crying. I couldn't breathe. I wanted to like jump up and down. I immediately got on my knees and prayed again. And I was just so happy. I was just like overwhelmed with happiness. I never felt like so happy, honestly, in my life. And so a few hours passed after that, and then I took the other one, the pregnant or not pregnant, and I was nervous all over again. Even though the other one just said pregnant, I was just like, oh my gosh, what if this one doesn't say pregnant? So I took that test and it said pregnant. So that's when I wanted to surprise him. I didn't want to wait. I just wanted to let him know like right then and there. But I'm like, okay, let me just do something cute, you know, something special, something that he is going to remember. A story we can tell our baby when he or she gets older. So if you guys haven't seen how I surprised him, I will put the link down below. Make sure you go check that video out. And that's when I decided to surprise him. And we didn't yet release the news because I still wanted, I guess you can say, a third opinion since I took 2 tests already. So we went to go see, we went to a pregnancy clinic, and there's a nurse there, and she also did a pregnancy test for me, and she said like it's 99% accurate, and it came out positive again. And then I kind of just told her like my last period, you know, that's how they kind of estimate your due date. So according to what I told the nurse, I'm about 7 weeks pregnant today. And if that is accurate, my baby is the size of a blueberry right now. I do have the Bump app. If you're pregnant or you're planning on getting pregnant soon, or whenever you're pregnant, you should download that app. It pretty much just gives you tips. It tells you about how you're feeling. It just kind of walks you step by step through your pregnancy with your baby and yourself. So right now, physically, like I said, you can't really see much. I pretty much look the same. If anything, I just feel a little bloated. I mean, when the baby's the size of a blueberry, you can't really expect like a huge belly already. But again, on Thursday, I will find out exactly how far along I am, and I will have an even more accurate due date. As of right now, I just know the baby is supposed to be due in October 2019. So I'm super excited for that. And when it comes to like symptoms, I do feel nauseous. Like I said, I feel nauseous almost every day. Today, I haven't actually felt nauseous yet. But another thing, I'm so emotional lately. Like, just little things trigger me. Like, little things that I'd usually just like brush off my shoulder and be like, whatever. Now it's like the biggest deal. Like, I want to like freaking cry for everything. Like, for example, Jesus and I went to go get burritos the other day, and the guy wasn't understanding how I wanted my order, and I literally wanted to cry. Like, I'm just like, I just want my order like this. Why don't you understand me? And then he's like, babe, it's okay. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, babe. I don't know how you're dealing with me. I don't know how you're gonna continue dealing with me, but thank you. I appreciate it, because I know I'm a little crazy right now. And another thing is the nurse gave me these prenatal vitamins. As you know, when you're pregnant, you do have to take prenatal vitamins. And these are like the actual capsules. They literally look like little nasty pills. I've been taking those, but literally every time I take one, like 5 to 20 minutes later, it literally makes me throw up everything. So I decided to move on over to the gummy prenatals. I've heard nothing but good things about these. So today I'm gonna start these instead, and hopefully they don't make me throw up or anything like that. I do hear a lot of women, these capsules do make them throw up. I don't really know why, but a lot of women do recommend the gummies, and you can even take these when you're trying to get pregnant, while you're pregnant, and after you're pregnant. It just helps pretty much with everything when it comes to being pregnant. Pretty much it says it supports overall wellness before, during, and after pregnancy. These ones are flavored, I guess, lemon, orange, and strawberry. So there's that. Another thing I have been struggling with is literally when it comes to eating. Like, if you guys don't know, I am a big foodie. Like, I love food. I have like my favorite foods that I love to eat all the time. And it's just so sad because like, I literally do not have the taste for anything. Like, I literally have to sit there and think like, what sounds good right now? And for example, I love Chipotle. Like, Chipotle is one of my absolute favorite like fast food restaurants. I consider it like fast food, you know. And I got Chipotle the other day, and I took like 2 bites, and I was like, I can't. Like, I just cannot. And then the same thing happened with In-N-Out, and I'm just like, oh, what is happening? And like, I guess everyone says this is just something that happens during your first trimester. Like, you have a whole bunch of hormones going on. Your body is just like changing, and it's like pretty much your body. I don't even know my own body right now. Like, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I don't want. Like, for example, another thing, with lemons, like I never really have been a fan of lemons. I'm like, I don't know how people eat lemons. They're so sour. I just never really had the taste for lemons. And now that I'm pregnant, I love lemons. Like I can just eat a whole lemon and it just tastes like it's an orange, and it just tastes so good to me. Like I'm just like, more lemons. And it literally takes away my nausea too. And my cousin, shout out to her, because she has been giving me so many tips for nausea, because like that has been honestly the biggest and the worst thing that I've been dealing with right now. And I know it's just part of it. It happens. Most women go through it. So it's just something you have to get through. And I mean, I think it's getting a little bit better as time is going on. They say usually it happens in your first trimester. And if I am 7 weeks, I'm almost approaching about 2 months pregnant. So hopefully 1 more month and I'll be feeling kind of normal again. Another thing I've been dealing with, and at first I was like, what the heck is happening? But like hot flashes at night when I'm sleeping, oh my gosh, I wake up so sweaty. Like I wake up like I feel like I'm drenched in sweat. Like I'm like, why is it so hot? But I heard it's like also normal in early pregnancy because you have a lot of estrogen in you, and like your hormones, like there's just so much going on inside of you right now. So I heard that's also normal. So if anything, I would say those are the main symptoms that I've been going through right now, is the nausea, the food aversions. I haven't really got food cravings. If anything, I would say I crave pickles and lemons, but like I crave them once I have them. Like I'm not just thinking like, oh my gosh, I want a freaking pickle. And then also the freaking night flashes, like it's horrible. But today I'm feeling a little bit better. As you guys can see, I actually got ready and stuff. So I'm hoping today is a little bit better, but usually if I don't have morning sickness in the morning, it comes sometime later. So we'll see how today goes. I have got a couple requests to do the at-home little tricks you can do to determine what the gender is, and I definitely am gonna do a video like that. I just want to wait until you can actually see my belly, you can actually see that I'm pregnant, and then I want to try some of those out. So if you have some tricks that you'd like me to try, make sure you comment those down below. Or if you have some other video ideas, it doesn't even have to be about pregnancy, but if you just have any ideas in general, then comment those down below. And I do apologize that for like the past week I haven't been filming, but now you guys know why. I really wasn't feeling that well, but I'm back and I will be posting consistently again. So make sure you comment down below any video ideas that you do have. But again, I'm really excited, and I'm so happy that I get to share this experience with you guys. And on Thursday, I definitely will try to record our first ultrasound because I do want you guys to be a part of that. I also have more ideas. I also want to do a chit chat, sit down with Jesus so he can kind of tell you how he's feeling and everything, because he's been feeling some things too. Like I really haven't been in the mood to eat that much, and he has. He says, I think he's eating for the 3 of us, but I want to get him to sit down too so he can kind of tell you guys how he's feeling and everything like that. And I want you guys to stay tuned because I literally want to film everything during this pregnancy, not only for me, not only for you guys, but also for the baby. I think it'll be great memories for the baby to see. I want to film my gender reveal. I want to film my baby shower. Like I want to do all of that for you guys. So if you guys haven't subscribed, please do, and make sure you like this video. And I do appreciate all of you who are watching already and all of you who have subscribed already. I love you guys so much, and I'm so excited, so excited. I can't say it enough, but I will see you guys next time.